Hello. So Rose McGowan has been in the news a little bit the past 24 hours. She posted a very interesting tweet last night that I'll read for you in just a second. But in case you don't know what's been going on, I'll give you a little bit of backstory. I already made 2 videos on Alyssa Milano. One because it bothers me what a ginormous hypocrite and just a bad person she is. And Rose McGowan actually recently publicly called her out. So basically the reason Alyssa Milano has been talked about a lot is back when Kavanaugh was being tried for the allegations against him by Christine Blasey Ford, in which she said he attempted to rape her years ago, but she didn't remember the date, she didn't remember the place. The friend that she said was with her had no recollection of this. All the details were super fuzzy. And even still, Alyssa Milano was just the head of the let's burn Kavanaugh at the stakes. He shouldn't be in office. We should believe all women, even though there was no evidence. She even went to the trial, sat behind him, and made the stink face. I'm sure all you guys remember. So that was that. And recently she has publicly endorsed Joe Biden, and then the allegations against him by Tara Reade came out. And the difference between the 2 sets of allegations, and I believe, and I agree, you need evidence before you can't just believe what everyone says right off the bat. That's crazy. That's why we have due process, and that is very important. So, but the allegations against Biden, there are people that can corroborate the story. It was very detailed. She remembered the exact days, the exact time, and you go back in history, there's a lot of more evidence against Joe Biden than there was against Kavanaugh. So Alyssa Milano was recently questioned, well, you're endorsing Joe Biden, how do you feel about the allegations? So what did she say? Well, while it is important that we believe all women, it's also important for due process and not to ruin someone's character by simply hearsay or simply allegations. We need to know more. Which I understand. I actually kind of agree with that, but where was that logic back in Kavanaugh, which was the problem? So basically, Alyssa Milano just exposed her complete hypocrisy, and even recently, she came back and doubled down, and she said, while I do respect Tara Reade, and I apologize at anything that I might have said, blah, 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 I'm still going to support Joe Biden. Okay, so basically, you expose yourself as a big hypocrite, a big fake, and quite frankly, I just don't think that you're a good person. I really don't. So Rose McGowan publicly criticized her, and which Alyssa Milano responded with what I just told you. And so last night, Rose McGowan, who has been very involved in the Me Too movement and for women, and she's been consistent on her beliefs since the very beginning, posted this tweet. So I'm going to read it for you right now. She said, it was posted next to a picture of her crying, and she said, "I used to be a proud Democrat. I used to be a proud American. I would have died for this damned country and its ideals. I was raised to be a proud Democrat. When my youngest brother graduated as a fighter pilot at the Air Force Academy, I wore a Vote John Kerry pin, LOL. Got into verbal altercations with big men who were mad I was a Democrat. They were twice my size, and I had to listen to G.W. Bush give the keynote address and John Ashcroft sing his sing his terrible Eagle song. I lost count of the GWB saying terrorism at 47 because that's what cult leaders do, and it gets boring. All because I thought democracy meant I had to be a right to choose those who lined up with my value system. But what if there's no one? And I was always told it was the Democratic Party that were the good guys, and that our papers were at New York Times and the Washington Post, and we were as a family and loved listening to All Things Considered, and we talk about how much we loved Ira Glass's voice. But now I know too much, and I really feel quite a sense of loss." Well, I know exactly how she feels, and I feel for her because it's really sad. This is exactly what happened to me in 2016. I used to be a diehard Democrat. I voted for John Kerry. I voted for Obama both terms. I used to go to the Democratic headquarters and put Obama signs in my yard, and the evil Republicans would take them down. So I'd go back, I'd get more Obama signs, and the evil Republicans would take them back down. I got drunk on Obama teenies the last time he won, and then as his second term went on, thing just didn't seem right, and I lost my faith in politics, especially Obamacare. What didn't make sense to me with Obamacare is you're forcing everyone to get health insurance, and then those that can't afford to pay the premium every month are then penalized by paying at the end of the year for taxes. That makes absolutely no sense. And I don't like someone telling me I have to have something. I should be able to choose if I want it or not, if I want to pay out of pocket or not. I actually didn't vote in 2016 because I had just lost all my faith in politics. I was like, no matter who is in office, it's not going to matter. Nothing ever changes. Nothing gets done. It's gridlock, and they don't care about the people. They just care about themselves. And when I saw, and also I assumed that Hillary was going to sweep it. I think we all did. The only coverage I saw of the election was from CNN, and they made Donald Trump look like an absolute clown. They still do. And then I saw the emotional response by people when he actually won, and it really fascinated me. And I almost got, seeing him win and seeing that big upset and seeing what he stood for, when I actually listened and paid attention, it really reinvigorated my love for politics and knowing what was going on. And because of this emotional response from people just being angry and like, oh, he's a Nazi and name calling, I got really fascinated and I started doing research, and then I realized, wow, how incredibly fake the Democratic Party is. And I felt the same way. It was shocking and it was disappointing. And there's a saying, if you're young and not a liberal, you have no heart. If you're older and not a conservative, you have no mind. And that's exactly what happened to me. The more life experience, the more job experience, the more I did research, the more I know, the more that I see the Democrats for what they really are. And that's what she's experiencing right now. And I feel for her, but I'm kind of proud of her for saying that publicly, because it is scary to say that publicly, And just as far as men, being a female, I'm way more respected by Republican men than Democratic men. Any day, hands down. I can go through example after example after example. I'm not going to, because that's boring. Well, maybe it's not boring, but we're not going to do that right now. But get into a debate with a Republican. The Republican argues your idea that you're presenting. To a debate with a Democrat, you're called a racist, a bigot, a sexist, and they get emotional and you get shut down and they just want to silence you. That's a problem. That means that they have no argument and they know that you're right. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'll be making more. I've been moving throughout this whole thing, and it's just not an ideal time to move. So I'm sure you can imagine. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Let me know what you think.